In today's video, I am going to be breaking down a very deadly strategy that you can use on defense. This is a switch, but it's very difficult, so I probably wouldn't use it with the younger age groups. This is more for like the middle school or even high school age groups. So let's get down this. Check this out. If you like the app that I'm using, it's down in the description. It's called the Playbook. And also, if you want a really killer defense, make sure to go check out my unbeatable basketball zone defense that is down in the description below also. Okay, so you're probably wondering, okay, this is not that deadly. It's a 2-3 zone. It's simple, it's easy, and why would we ever want to run it? So, first off, this is not just any 2-3 zone. This is what I call a switch. So basically, we ran this when I was a kid, and I run it once in a while with the high school teams that I coach. Basically, what we are doing is matching up quickly. We make it look like an obvious 2-3 defense. As soon as this offensive player comes down court and he calls a play, he calls a zone offense. We allow him to call the zone offense. They are probably going to go down into the low post so that one player goes to the high post once they make that first pass. That is what almost every single team, at least here in Canada, runs against a 2-3 zone or against a zone in general. But as soon as they make that first pass, we are going to match up quick. Bang. He's going to go to the high post. We're going to go bang, 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 and bang. Now, while these two are generally not going to be mismatches, they may be, but we'll figure that out later when they set screens on each other. At this time, we have now switched to a man, and all of these offenses that we run or against zones, it's not going to work very well against a man-to-man. So now they're going to be totally confused. Now, if you actually are going up against a team and you've got a 24-second shot clock, as we do here in Canada at the high school level, or 32 seconds depending on the league, then this starts really messing up teams because it'll take them around 6 seconds to get down court. That leaves them with roughly around 18 seconds. They call a play. That gives them 16 seconds. Now you switched into a man without them knowing. Now they're down to about 13 seconds. Now they got to call out a different play. Everyone has to reorient. Let's say the ball is here. They got to kick the ball back out. They now, let's say, want to run a 5-out. Now there's 10 seconds left. Now it's starting to get into crunch time. Now it's like, okay, now we need to be able to score off of 1 or 2 passes. So let's say now they start saying, okay, we'll pass the ball up top, run horns. Okay, well, he goes to the high post, he goes to the high post. Now these guys are in the corners. Defenders follow. Okay, now you've got about 6 seconds left maybe. And now, guess what? You got to run your horns play. Okay, well, up here. Now you're down to about 4 seconds. Now you are really in crunch time. Now you are rushed. You no longer have the ability to run much of an offense at all. And because we are less than 5 seconds, we switch everything. And because at this point I'm counting down as a coach, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I might be a quarter of a second early. And, okay, he rolls off. We've already switched. Now we're down to 3 seconds. Okay, you can get it into that low post. Okay, well, we're going to collapse this right away. We're going to allow 3-point shots. I would rather not have a layup. Now we're down to 2 seconds. They're kicking the ball out, and because there's 2 seconds left, guess what? He is not going to be shooting with his regular shooting form. He's going to be rushed. He doesn't want to have the ball stuck in his hands when the clock reaches 0. He takes the shot, he probably misses, we're in position to get rebounds, and we get our rebounds and we go the opposite way. This is such a deadly strategy where you could run this not every single time down the court because then it becomes predictable, but the next time down the court they're going to say, oh, well, they look like a 2-3 zone. They're probably going to be switching to man right away. Let's run our man offense, and then you stay in the 2-3 zone. And you can run different, you can have it set up where you can have like 10 different words, and those 10 different words mean you switch to a man. So, for example, I could be calling out 2-3 zone, 2-3 zone, 2-3 zone, and that usually means that we are switching. Or I could say, guys, run zone, run zone, run zone, run zone. And that means, okay, we're going to set up in 2-3 and we're going to switch. See, now I'm telling my players to do one thing, it's getting in the heads of the other team, and then all of a sudden we switch into man and they're going to get confused. And while I may look really bad as a coach and my players may look really bad as players because they're switching to a man while I'm saying zone, guess what? That is the strategy. That is the mental game. I like to play mental games. It's massive. In my opinion, this is a strategy that every single coach needs to be able to run, is the mental strategy. Telling your players to run one thing and you're running something different. I got an inbounds play that I run probably 80% of the time. We have 3 different names of it though. So that those 3 names, guys, run this, run this. We run it the entire first quarter. By the time the end of the first quarter is finished, guess what? The other team knows exactly how to defend that play. Guess what? Now that play is going to be called something different. We run it for another quarter. The other team finally figures out, oh, it's the same play. Man, we defend it by having guys switch and whatever the way they want to defend it. And then we don't run it at all in the third quarter. We don't run it until we need it in the fourth. And then we run it when we need it because it's a play where you can get a guaranteed basket. It's either going to be a 3-point shot or a layup, and a guaranteed on one of those two. And guess what? We start hammering them again with that same exact inbounds play. So having 3 different names for the exact same play can get into the heads of the other team because you start calling out the same plays over and over and over again. The other team remembers because it's not that hard. And then they know how to defend it. They figure it out. So between having the ability to switch your defense, that is what makes it so hard to defend. It is one of the hardest ways to score on this strategy, is because you continue to switch your defense, or you can call out man. Guys, call out, go man, go man, go man, go man. What that really means is we're either staying in our 2-3 zone or we're starting man. Guys, I got number 13, I got number 6, I got number 5. And then you switch right into a zone. They start running their man offense against a zone. It doesn't work. And then you basically run through the entire shot clock. You either get a turnover or you get yourself a defensive rebound and you go the opposite way. I hope that this strategy has helped you. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.